Now, when I'm trying to write a sentence or a phrase that matches the expression, the first thing I want to do is attempt it myself before I find the right answer choice. So I know because of the parentheses and the groupings here that I need to find the solution word to match this. So I know that this expression here is the sum of 7 and h, because the parentheses to me signal that grouping. That's what we worked on yesterday. So I know in my answer choice, I am looking for the word sum. And then I know with the multiplication, I'm looking for something to the words of 4 times the sum of 7 and h, or 4 groups of the sum of 7 and h. Or it could even be phrased the product of 4 and the sum of 7 and h. So I'm looking for some version of that. But the key word is sum to show me the grouping of the two add-ins 7 and h in my parentheses. So now I know I'm looking for that key word sum. So when I'm looking over these answer choices here, 4 times 7 plus h. Now that has the correct operations, but it does not show me the grouping, so therefore that expression is incorrect. 4 times the sum of 7 and h, that sounds pretty good, but I'm going to check the others. 4 more than the sum of 7 and h, so that shows me the grouping of 7 and h, but tells me that I'm adding 4 rather than multiplying, so that is incorrect. And then 4 times the product of 7 and h. This has a grouping here, but the grouping would be multiplication rather than addition within the parentheses, which makes this answer choice incorrect. So the correct answer was 4 times the sum of 7 and h. Now I'm trying to write this expression in 2 different ways. The first thing I want to do is go to my grouping. I know because there's division in a grouping, I need to use the solution word quotient. So whatever my sentence is, I am finding the quotient of 7 and j. Now, I know that I am subtracting the quotient from 4. So one way I could write this is 4 minus the quotient of 7 and j. I could also write this expression the quotient of 7 and j subtracted from 4. Or I could write the quotient of 7 and j less than 4. There are a number of ways I can attack subtraction. It is very important that I am referring to 4 as my subtrahend, the group that I'm starting with, and the quotient as my minuend, the group that I'm subtracting. Any of these expressions work. A few other options. I could do the difference between 4 and the quotient of 7 and j. I could also do the quotient of 7 and j taken away from 4. What's most important is that I have 7 and j in order so that the dividend is first, the first number is first, and the divisor, the second number, is second. And then that I'm considering that I am subtracting the quotient, as I said before, from the quotient from the 4 and not the other way around.